Hi, I'm Roamy. Today I'm going to show you how to use the Beco Toddler Carrier to carry your child on your back. Now there's a number of different methods of getting your child on your back, so I'm going to show you one method, but if you have a look at some of my other videos I'll show some different methods as well. This is just the one that I found easiest with my children when they're at this age, so have a look at the other videos if this method doesn't work for you. Anyway, here I've got the Beco Toddler Carrier. I'm just going to clip it around my waist to begin with because it's the easiest way to do the straps up. So I've just clip this around my middle like this. Now normally for a front or a hip carry you have the straps undone like this and you cross them over. For a back carry you want to do them up like a rucksack. So take the strap on one side and just follow it round to the clip and then feed that clip straight into the buckle on the same side. So you end up with a loop like that. I'm going to do exactly the same with the other clip. So take the clip, make sure it goes nice and straight, bring it straight the way around, turn over and clip it in to the clip there. So you've now got two loops of fabric which you're going to then hold together with this clip at the back here. So to begin with, just have a little look at the length of the straps. So they do tighten up quite small, but if you were quite petite, you may want to adjust this on the front, which is called the perfect fit adjuster, this little clip towards the top edge of the carrier. So what you can do is, if you're not sure, it's probably worth tightening up the first time and you can always loosen it later. So what I'm just going to do is just tighten this one up fully. And what this does is just means the straps can go that little bit smaller. So I've tightened those up fully. I'm just going to loosen these ones off a bit so I can tighten them once my child's in there. I'll do exactly the same on the other side. So you tighten this up like that. And then I'm just going to make sure that's nice and loose so I can get my arm in. The clip here, this is going to go across your front. So again, depending on how tall you are will determine how high up it goes. It basically slides up and down on this webbing. We can adjust it once your child's in there, but you can kind of guesstimate it to begin with depending on how big you are. Okay, now that's all done up, we're ready to move it around to the back. So I'm just going to rotate this round onto my back like this. Now, it depends on how tall your child is and also how tall you are as to where you position it. I generally find that wearing it a little bit higher than you would do on the front tends to work best because then they can see up over your shoulder, whereas on the front they've normally got their head here. But play about with different heights and what feels comfortable for you and for your child. If you're very tall, you may want to have them high up, you may want to have them a bit lower to see what works for you. So I've got it around here and I'm going to start with it centrally on my back. So this method starts with the carrier on the back and then I'm going to move the child round. So I've got this nice and snug here and check it's sitting level front to back. Now there are two methods of getting your child on here. One method I can't demonstrate to you right now because I'm using a doll and I need a child that can stand. So one method you can literally crouch down and say, right, jump on my back and get them to hold on. Or this other method I'm going to show is where you scoot them around from the front. Obviously if you're getting them to jump on from the back, you need to make sure obviously they're able to follow instruction. When you're practicing to begin with, maybe have somebody to help you. But the older they get, the easier it becomes because obviously you can actually direct them a little bit. But the method I'm going to show you now is when they're a little bit smaller or unable to jump on themselves. So here I have my doll and I'm just going to hold them on one side, whichever side feels most comfortable. And what I'm going to do is hold them with the arm from the opposite side like this, so they're held secure. And then this arm here, I'm going to do a front crawl movement, so I'm holding them with both arms on the same side. I'm going to lean forwards and then very gently bring them round up and onto my back like this. Keep one hand on your child at all times. Check that you've got them even and nice and high. And then what you're going to do, keep one hand on your child and just slide your hand underneath the fabric and bring it up as high as you can over their bottom and back like this. Okay? I'm then going to take the strap on the opposite side and I'm going to put it straight backwards. So put it straight back like this and up and over my shoulder. Then I'm going to do exactly the same with the other side. So bring the strap straight back and up and over your shoulder. The reason for pulling it straight back is that it then means that it doesn't get stuck underneath their arms. So by putting it straight back, the fabric definitely comes up over their back. Right, at this stage, depending on how tight the straps are, you may want to tighten them up a little bit to hold baby a bit securer. Once you're happy the straps are holding them, you can stand up. Now, you want to ensure that the carrier is no lower than baby's armpits and no higher than the nape of their neck. So if you've got a mirror, have a look in the mirror. If you haven't got a mirror, have a little feel around or have a little look. You should be able to just about see over your shoulder just to check the carrier is sitting at an appropriate level for your child. Next thing to do is we're just going to do this little clip up here. So I'm going to slide this down a little bit, it's just got caught around the back. Where's it gone? There we go. Get this clip. You've got one side and the other side and clip it across like that. And you want to tighten it up so it's holding the straps flat on your shoulders. Okay. Now, have a look at how tight your child is. They should feel nice and snug. Have a little bounce like this to get any extra fabric out from underneath their bottom. If you find there's a bit of slack here, then just lean forward and just tighten the strap one at a time, like this, until your child feels nice and secure on your back. Now, they can have their arms out the sides like this, like the doll's doing here, or they can bring their arms out over the top. But again, as long as the fabric's at least to their armpits, you want to make sure they're held secure. So we've got them nice and secure, we've checked that the height is correct for the carrier. Final thing to check is that you've got your child even. So if you can see here, my doll's a little bit lopsided. So what I'm going to do is slide my hand inside and give a little shift to get them across so they're a bit more even. There we go. I've got a similar amount of leg on either side here. So you want to check the carriers fitting from one knee to the other, ideally with their bottom lower than their knees. Okay, and then just check that you're happy with the position. If you want to adjust this strap up and down, you can do that by sliding it up and down on the sliders, and if you need to tighten it at all, you can. And that's how to use the Beco Toddler on the back using a hip scoot method. I'm now going to show you how to get them back down. So you're basically going to reverse what you've done. So you're going to undo this clip and you're going to put one hand on your child, and with the other you're just going to bring this strap off your arm and bring your arm out. Now hold your child on the inside of the carrier and bring the other strap down. Now, depending on how old your child is, you can either just bend down and lower them down to the ground, or you can slide them back round onto your hip like this. And that's one method of using the Beco Toddler for a back carry.